Hello YouTube fam, how you doing? It's your Uncle Tim. This is Uncle Tim Rants and Reviews. I just want to know what the fuck really going on. This economy is out of control, fam, and I'm serious. Shit is really going on. I'm starting to get worried. Anytime that the house of God is closing, a lot of churches in the areas are closing, fam. Either they lost members, they lost funding, just real. Churches don't pay taxes. And I'm like, what is going on? Have people walked away from the church? But I was talking to somebody about this and they said, no, I didn't walk away. I had to choose to put food on the table, pay bills. There's no extra for none of that. A lot of people were tithing and things like that. Back in the day when I was little, when you were falling behind in bills and things like that, the church would help you. They will come out and lend a hand, and they will, donate, or they will give you what they call a blessing, where they pay some of your bills for you. I seen people pay in and pay in and pay in, never got anything from it. As soon as people start walking away, they said, well, you shirking your responsibility. And they like, look, this ain't for me. There's nothing in this for me. And I'm serious. That's real. I see the churches closing, fam. That's one thing. Then you look at it, the crime is higher. The mayor of Chicago is trying to get things for the young people to do. People are griping, saying that, it was crime and, you did these things and you said it was going to get better. And he said one thing that really changed every way that I look at this. He said poverty didn't end overnight. He said, I don't know where you live, but we still have poverty. And when there's poverty, you have a lot of crime. He said back in the day, crime used to stay in a certain community. Now it done went everywhere. And now people are complaining. You wasn't complaining when it was over here, but now that it's everywhere, people complaining. It's real out here, fam. And I just want you to know that. I was talking to people from McDonald's the other day when I was ordering some food, and they were like, man, they talking about closing this location. I said, are they going to send you somewhere else to another place? They're like, no, they talking about laying us off. And you know what laying off is? You fired. And I'm like, damn, I'm like, and he was like, man, and we just got that $15 an hour a little while back. And, people thought we were going to be killing it. But, he said people don't realize how companies offset that. If they were only giving you 10 or 15 hours or 20 hours, think about it. If they're giving you 10 hours and you making $15, you only made $150 damn for that week. So you really didn't break the bank. You basically broke even. They may not have you work the next week. They may only have you work one damn day. Fam, they were just laying that shit out for me. They were like, man, I'm just tired. And, they said something to me that I thought was odd. They were like, I'm tired of people saying get a real job. This is a real fucking job. Don't you get your food? Don't people take your order? What is, don't we get paid cash? He said, man, dude was going to fuck off. I was at Burger King. It's all the same. Everybody's going off. When I was at Target, some of the employees were complaining. When I come in and I ask questions, I said, first of all, before I say anything, how you doing? Oh, man, I'm doing okay. What can I help you with, man? And I was like, where's the toy section? Haven't been in that location. The guy took me over to the toy section, and as we were walking, he was talking. He was like, man, this shit is getting out of control. He said, this economy. He said, they starting to add different taxes onto our paycheck. Like, where the hell is this going? Who is that? He said, all the key players on taxes. But he said, when you start adding new shit, then, they cutting your hours, and you sitting back trying to figure out how you going to feed your damn family. Then they getting mad because people taking money out the damn register. I was like, damn, like, really? I was just like, he wasn't saying that nobody was stealing there, but he said people started stealing out the register. That ain't the first time I heard that. I used to work at a Family Dollar as a manager. Those stores are synonymous with theft and what you call, free labor. They have you punch out and have you do work. McDonald's was guilty on that for a minute. But what happened, they sued the hell out of Family Dollar. The lawsuit is still ongoing. It's a lot of shit going on out here, man. It's a lot of shit. How people get away, for a lot of delivery drivers. They, when they're delivering your food and stuff like that from a particular restaurant, they give you a surcharge of how much, the delivery will be. They don't get that money. Basically, they get tips. They don't get none of that. And I'm like, damn, for real? They're like, nah. The owners, they take that money. And I'm like, wow, you are joking. It's real out here, fam. People are finding ways to screw people. Screw their employees. Screw every damn thing. People were telling me about a COVID a while back and talking about, oh, man, you shouldn't be around people. People touch you. Man, look, if you're so damn worried about COVID, I'm just serious. Back then, people was touching food and every damn thing. In the grocery stores, it still is. They touch the oranges, they touch the apples, they touch any fruit that's out there. And guess what? What now? They're trying to get rid of money. And that's the biggest thing that I've been trying to talk to you all about. I was in Evanston and I couldn't find a place that actually took cash. I was in Skokie. They were like, look, we only take, here. And I'm like, wait, hold on. I've been to a couple of other suburbs where they're not taking cash, fam. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of people only have cash. A lot of people who are not citizens don't have Social Security numbers. So that means their money, they go probably to the currency exchange and cash it and have cash. And I'm like, man, they got to be better than this. Shit, it needs to change. Man, it's just to the point, man, where I'm just getting a little fed up because it's a little too much. And I know sometimes you hear me ranting and, raving. You hear me talking about the damn debt ceiling and, shit. They won't come to an agreement on that. You need to have a bailout right now. People are falling behind. Man, people that used to have good jobs, I see they as homeless now. It used to be back in the day when I was working and I was younger. This guy was making a hell of a lot of money, and this lady was making a hell of a lot of money. Now, all of a sudden, I see them out where the homeless people be at, and I'm looking like, wow. There are a lot of homeless encampments in Chicago, whereas they call them tent cities. You have a lot of those. People only know about usually like one or two, but there's way more than that. And, like I said, this shit right here is getting dire. Whereas you starting to look at it like, how the hell do you supposed to make it? Like you looking at the rent. We need rent control. Man, I understand that the landlords at one point weren't getting their money for 2 years straight. But we need rent control. It's out of hand. It's hard to afford all this stuff. It's hard to sit back and actually, wonder what the hell is going on because you're so fed up and you're so frustrated with the whole situation as a whole. Man, it ain't gonna get better until we look at it, man. If you want me to relate all this to toys, look at it. Our toys back in the 80s was $5. Transformers, $10 damn. The best Transformers, $10. Something really, really big, $20 or $25. Now you're looking at the shit now and, your Transformers damn near $100 damn. You got $50 Transformers and you be like, that's a basic ass figure. You look at all of your toys and all the prices raised up. I was watching one guy and he was talking about back when they had the Masters of the Universe Classics, how those figures were $20. And he said, man, I'm not going to pay $20 for an action figure. And he said, I was trying to figure, with everything that was going on, how I'm going to have $20 a month to put towards buying a new Masters of the Universe figure. He said, because they had them like once a month, one figure coming a month, then they start having two. And he said, damn, you look at it now and the figures are damn near $20 to $40. And he said, man, it's real. It lets you know that $20 then was something, because nobody could really see spending $20 on an action figure. But when you start going and looking at it now, man, please, people are paying $500 damn for a Mayfax and all of those. And no, I don't know if it's Mayfax. No, not Mesco. What is that one called? The one that everybody swear by. Hot toys. Man, you know what? I take my hat off to everybody that do that, that can afford that. That ain't something I want to do, fam. I look at all of this, man. This is a thing of love. You may hear me talk shit about this whole situation, but I love the hobby. I love collecting. I love buying things. I seen shoes that I've been picking up. I've been, doing other stuff, man, besides buying toys. I was saying I got to go through my shoes and like some of the worn ones where, I done wore them, because, I have been wearing shit, got to cut and part ways with them and, bring something new into it, donate them. I'm looking at that. Man, you cannot have the same situation going on over and over, fam. It's time to evolve. It's time to voice our opinions. You know what? Shit. We really need a cap on everything in this economy right now. We need rent control. We need food control. We need gas control. We need controls on every damn thing. And if you want to tie it all into toys, we need toy control too. The damn hobby has gotten too expensive. It is way past okay. The shit is absurd right now. You paying $40 damn for a standard ass figure, $30 for a Power Ranger. And I'm not even talking about the damn Super 7. The damn Super 7 is more articulated, rather, to me. It has more detail than the Hasbro. And the Hasbro are much smaller. I need something that's going to take up some shelf space, not something that's going to be right there and, I'm not getting the total thing that I need from it, man. We got to look at all this, fam. We got to make sure that we are understanding the situation. This situation ain't going to get no better until we say something about it. As far as with toys, I know a lot of people say, hey, we should go on strike. But you know what? If we go on strike, they may raise the price. Like I was telling you about video games, $70. We weren't paying no attention when they were like $30 at first. Then they raised them to $40. They said we raised them to see if we could raise them. And would anybody say anything? So when they hit 50, people did say something, but they left them at 50. They had went to 60, and people were going to fuck off, and they dropped them back down to 50. But, when people weren't looking, they pushed them up to 60. Then they went on to 70. Man, I'm not about to pay no damn $100 for no damn game. They're trying to save GameStop right now. What GameStop need is an overhaul. GameStop is basically damn near dead in the water. It needs a complete overhaul. It needs to be not just video games anymore. You need to have a plethora of stuff like you got now, but it needs to have some basis. Because you know what? People are not buying physical media too much no more. These new collectors, they're buying a lot of digital media because a lot of them don't have space. So you got to look at all of that. As far as with these new collectors, as far as action figures and things like that, they're not focused on the holy grails and all of that. They just trying to start off. And like I was explaining to some people, a lot of people rip on Final Factions. And I was explaining, you got to start somewhere. Your hobby needs to start somewhere. You get what I'm saying? It needs to start somewhere. Not like where it's already done. I got everything I need right now. It's already ready to go. I'm good. No, it needs to start somewhere. This is why I say if you try Final Faction and if you don't like it, you can always give them away. You can throw them away for $1.25 a piece. But when you start buying $25 figures, shit start getting a little different. That's $4 for $100. If you start buying $100 figures, that's something way different. Then when you hit that $500 figure, that's a whole nother thing. Then you hit that $1,000, you done went out the damn ballpark. You need to see if you like this first. Because it may not be for you. I know a lot of people who got off into collecting, and ended up selling me their collections because they didn't want to do it no more. It takes a lot of work. It's not all fun at times. Sometimes you get depressed doing it. But fam, it's just real. This is a conversation on everything. But till later, thank you for watching. Peace out.